Hello yogis and welcome to my channel. My name is Ksenia and today I will guide you through the full and deep tutorial about Skandasana pose, known as well as a surfer pose or side squat yoga pose. So if you're the beginner and struggling with any hip opening or particularly with Skandasana pose, stay with me. I will give you some really nice exercises at the end of tutorial for mobility of your joints, and I also will give you some exercises from martial arts to improve the flexibility and just rotation in your feet zone, because Skandasana pose, it's not only about the hip zone, it's really multifunctional and great, fantastic pose, but you should keep in mind that it's a lot of things happening in your feet, ankles and calves. So how stretch you are in this zone, it's also will be the level how deep you can go to this practice with this pose. If you're looking some advanced variations of this pose, stay with me also. I will show you, and in whole I think it will be very beneficial for you practice even if you will do just this pose separate. Okay, so let's jump into the practice. A really nice method to explore this pose, to start from Malasana squat and to lengthen our left or right leg, depends on what side we are working. I will show now some modifications of this pose, more advanced variations, and then step by step I will explain if you're struggling in this moment, if you cannot bring your heels down, etc., what you can do in this case. So from Malasana squat, I will start to do on my right side. I'm fixing my feet, keeping my heel all the way down, and I'm lengthening my left leg, toes on me, and here is very nice base in your heel, so the move should be pressing down and at the same time like pulling on you. It will give you more secure and stability in the balance. So what we want to experience in this pose, that our knee looks and stick to the same direction as our feet. And check please my tutorial Malasana squat. I really explain deeper this connection. So when you just practicing this pose and you want to stretch the hips, want to deepen this pose, I would advise you to bring the hands right in front of you, blocking yourself from the inner side, and even bring the weight a little bit on your arms. It will be like nice support, and at the same time you can control this move and stay in this pose long period of time. So next variation, when you bring hands in front of the heart, for this we want already to squeeze nicely the space between the shoulder blades and concentration, keeping the balance. Next deep modification of this pose, when we go deeper with our armpit, like digging down, hugging our knee zone, bringing our left arm behind, and maybe staying here gazing on the floor. Maybe we are lifting a little bit our head upper and looking at the ceiling, keeping the balance. So when you look at the ceiling, it's always a little bit challenging and perspective of the life is changing. And now let's build it up, what can happen on the way and with what you can struggle and what can help. The first struggling is exactly feet and heel zone. You cannot bring the heel all the way down. So you're somewhere on the way, your hips are upper, and you just feel that physically it's too harsh for you now to bring the heel down. For support, I really advise you to bring blanket or the towel here. So you will pat and will relieve your heel zone on something soft that gives you opportunity to deepen to the pose, but at the same time it's supportive. So I wouldn't advise to bring block only if you don't have anything near you, because block is quite tough tool. So another point with what you can struggle here and to lose control, it's your balance here, and you can just end up on the ground a little bit behind. So in whole, if you feel that the pose is too harsh for you for now and you're losing the balance, use the block. Choose any comfortable height for you. And when hips getting stronger, then you will relieve the block and less, but you will feel support here. And also the reason why you can lose in side squat the balance is the distance between your feet. The simplest really factor, but it makes a big difference. If you will bring feet, for example, a little bit closer, I automatically lift up my right heel, so I shift my body. And this is what is happening. If you keep the short distance, sometimes you cannot drop your physical heel down just because of this. So you want to lengthen, you really want to reach out with the left leg in my case, and this creates the space and I feel comfortable and more stable in this position. So let's talk about our feet and what can help to stretch out them and to bring you into the full Skandasana. So the first exercise that we want to experience is kneeling pose. You bring yourself on the knees, tuck the toes and bring your sitting bones on your heels. So as you see, it's exactly the stretch that we want to practice. And I advise you to do this every day, just in front of the computer, in front of the TV set, reading the book. Just spend some time here, 3, 5, 10 minutes. If you feel that it's too much, you're opening your feet, sitting, coming back. And the second is from the martial arts. We will do walk with the feet and I will demonstrate it now. So you want to bring yourself at the beginning of your mat. I would advise to make a little bit softer or thicker mat for this. You want to open your knees like 90 degrees and close your feet. In this exercise, feet they stick together. And we don't let them loose here. So you start to step with the front. For me, it's the right knee. You do the step, bring your back feet closer, and then changing direction. My feet again closed and stepping with the left, then changing direction, stepping with the right. So if you have a space and you do on 2 pretty long walk, and you just walk like this, yeah? Walk and walk. It will help you to improve mobility of your joints and the hip pockets and the feet, exactly what we need. And let's jump to the exercises, how to make our hips stronger, how to improve our groin, inner thigh, and how to practice side squat with supportive blocks and to make our hips stronger to jump into this pose. I'm asking you to bring yourself into the nice goddess position, but in the feet even wider. To create the distance about what I was talking, that we need really nice distance. Again, knee the same direction of your feet, supportive blocks, any height. And then we start to bring our weight on the right side. As you see, very similar pose already, very close to Skandasana. And then to the left. And then right and left. And when you feel ready, maybe going deeper and bringing toes on you. So fully with support moving into Skandasana. Maybe your heel will be still in the air, it's okay. And second, you move to the high lunge, and from here, depends on the level, maybe you need the block here, maybe just supportive hands. You start to turn around yourself. It's okay if your heel will be in the air, and then you slowly bring yourself back. Yeah. And you will start again to do rotation to Skandasana and back. And step by step, maybe you will fix the feet and heel completely on the ground. Will turn around and drop your sitting bones down completely. And then bring yourself back. But like exercise, you keep your heel upper and back. Thank you so much, yogis, for doing this Skandasana tutorial with me. I hope it was useful for you. Let me know how is it going with you in Skandasana, how are your relations, and if you have any questions, leave them also in the comment section. Definitely check my Malasana tutorial, because these poses, they're so connected, and I gave a lot of poses and tips in Malasana tutorial. And have a nice day. See you on the mat. Namaste.